Hi there, thank you for joining me. I am going to give you 3 tips about how to cope with the holiday madness. And I'm going to talk about 3 common symptoms that come up during December, especially for women, that I have seen year after year in my practice, in my 15 years of naturopathic medical practice. So if you are just joining me or you're watching the replay, I'm Dr. Glenna, naturopathic doctor, mother of 3, and I'm the creator of Optimal Health with Dr. Glenna. It's a 4-week clean eating program. So thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, we're going to talk about the holiday stress, the things that arise, such as 5 to 10 pounds of weight gain, mood swings, and major stress when it comes to trying to cram everything in such a short time between work, family, friends, kids activities or work activities, whatever. So a lot happens in December, and I find by December 15th is when I see people's health, especially women, start to go down as they are multitasking like crazy come December 1st. So I want to talk about that in November to prevent any illnesses, sleeplessness, that 10-pound weight gain that I see over December that everybody pays for in January. And it can take people the whole month of January, at best really, because sometimes it can take 4 or 5 months to lose that 10 pounds, or just to start feeling better, to start sleeping better, to start balancing the hormones again, all because of the holiday stress. And we can apply this on a micro level to Halloween coming up, because most people have the Halloween candy in yet. I don't. I usually get it the day before or day up because it's always going to be there. So if you've been nibbling at your Halloween candy the last week, this will apply to you too for Halloween. So thanks again for joining. So the 3 things I'm going to help you with tonight. First, the December 10-pound weight gain. Not fun, because January you're going to be struggling. Maybe it's still going to be there in May before the summertime when you're trying to get back into your summer clothes and you're not feeling comfortable in them, they're not fitting, etc. So we're going to talk about it now. The second thing is December 15th stress. I find around the middle of the month, that stress that hits women when they're either in the sandwich generation, dealing with aging parents or kids, maybe it's even kids in university, or the women out there that are dealing with a busy work schedule and social schedule in December and trying to do everything. The third thing is the mood swings that come around Christmas and New Year's. So right around that holiday week, the mood swings that come because of being overtired, low, high blood sugar, maybe crashing the day after, having alcohol at a party, things like that. So let's talk about that so that you can have a healthier, happier Christmas. So if you are just joining and it's your first video, I want to let you know that I am passionate about equipping women to look and feel their best. That will empower them to strive for their truest, highest, healthier self. And when women are healthy and thriving, children, families, and communities thrive. So that is my passion. Thank you guys for joining me so much. So in December, let's first talk about that 5 to 10 pound weight gain that happens with many people. First thing I want to say is think about holidays, not holiday month. So plan to have a healthy days in December. So what I suggest, depending on people's schedule, is maybe the first 2 weeks of December, you are not going to have Christmas food. You are going to leave it for the last 2 weeks in December for celebrations, etc. Maybe there'll be one party you go to. So that is one thing. Don't have the whole month of a complete party, 4 days a week, eating snacks and sugary things at work. Just have it in your head, pre-plan. December 1st to December 14th, I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to eat regularly healthy. Not perfect, but what I do the rest of the year. Because sometimes what can happen is if you don't let yourself have that wiggle room around Christmas, when you're at a party and you're having something that you normally wouldn't, a cookie, and then you're having a glass of wine or a beer, and then you're going to have some chips and dip. If you beat yourself up about it, the guilt will just have you continuing to reach for those cookies. You're going to go after, instead of having 1 or 2, you're going to have more. And then you're going to be mad at yourself, and the next morning you get up and you're going to say, why did I eat so unhealthy? And you're just going to continue. But if you kind of pre-plan, knowing, well, I have a Christmas party December 20th, I'm going to have things, I'm going to have sugar, I'm going to have some things that's not going to make me feel great, you're not going to have the guilt that comes along with it. And then you're going to go off track for that party, but guaranteed if you don't have the guilt, you will jump back on track the next morning. So that's super important. Give yourself some wiggle room around the holidays and plan it. Because I want you to also think about that first 2 weeks December clean eating and leave the last 2 weeks, because if you do a whole month of a high sugar diet, you'll pay for it in January. You'll pay for it if you're menopausal with hot flashes. If you're premenopausal, you're going to deal with it in your premenstrual syndrome, tension. You'll be estrogen dominant, etc. You're going to see it on your skin, and you're also going to see it in your clothes. So that's important. We can't really get away with a whole month of high sugar and eating poorly. We can get through, I always think, 20 to 25%, and our body can deal with that if it's healthy. So the second thing is that stress that I see, and I see women's health really take a step down by middle of December, because there's concerts, there's family occasions, there's shopping, there's trying to get your house ready. Hopefully you don't do renovations in December on top of all that stress. There's just busyness. Some people are even busier at work, whether you're in the healthcare field because a lot of people don't feel well, or you're in retail or whatever it is. You can actually be busier at work and busier at home in December. So the trick is, and why I'm doing my clean eating program in November, also I'm running it in November, not in December. So this is going to be the last time for 2017, is because I know that when I can build people up, patients and clients up, and get them off sugar, their immune system's going to be stronger, they're going to rest better, their hormones are going to be more balanced, they're going to feel better, they're probably going to lose some weight, and so they're going to go into December much stronger. And they're going to have more cushion, so that if they have a few nights where they're up later on the weekend, things like that, where you're going into December more rested. So you're going to have a little cushion room, so that if you have a weekend where you're sleeping 5 or 6 hours rather than 7 or 8, you're not going to get sick, not as likely to get sick on Monday or Tuesday, because you can handle a little bit of physical stress. So that's really important. So whatever you're thinking of now, challenge yourself this month. If you're not doing a program such as the clean eating program, then challenge yourself to say, I'm going to eat super well. I am not going to have refined sugar this month. Pick something, pick your weakness, and challenge yourself for November to really build up in December, so that you're feeling better. When we're feeling better, we handle stress better. When we're eating better, we have more things like B vitamins to help us deal with stress, because B vitamins help support our adrenals and our thyroid, and we're more likely to sleep better when we're not running on nutrient deficiencies. So that's why eating well in November, resting well in November will help set you up for December. And then you won't be paying for it all of January. So the last one is all those lovely mood swings that can happen for people when they're around family more, around coworkers more. If we're running tired, we're not taking as good care of ourselves, so we're not feeling as good. Maybe we're getting more headaches because we're not feeling as good. We're getting more colds. We're starting to have lower energy by the middle of December because we're so busy. Mood swings are going to happen then. Mood swings are going to happen when our blood sugar drops. Mood swings are going to happen when our hormones are imbalanced. Mood swings are going to happen when we're drinking more alcohol, when we're not sleeping as well. Mood swings will also happen when you're not feeling as good about yourself. So if you're starting to creep up in the scale in December, you're not going to feel as comfortable in your own skin. So mood swings are much more likely to happen. And when we don't take care of our gut, it can become permeable. So then when we're eating different foods like gluten, dairy, sugar, it can increase inflammation in our body, brain and physical body, and which does not feel good. So those are some of the reasons why it's super important to take care of yourself in November, so that you will have a much happier, healthier December, and you will not be spending all of January and February paying for it. So I hope that gives you some tips. So the other thing is, when we have those mood swings in December, a couple tips I can share with you is during the holiday seasons, even if you're going to take some parties off, and so kind of get sidetracked in your clean eating, don't forget rest, don't forget water, and don't forget protein. So that if you're going to a party at say 8 o'clock and there's going to be food, don't not eat from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Have something at 4 or 5, even something small like protein, so that you are not going to that party with low blood sugar, not feeling well. You will set yourself up to either overeat, to go for the sugar, or they're the two things that you're going to do if you don't eat 6 or 7 hours, and you're also not going to feel good. And if you have any thyroid and adrenal problems, you're not going to do those any favors by going long times throughout the day to try to kind of save your calories at nighttime. So hopefully that helps you guys build up for November. Tomorrow, my registration closes for my November clean eating program. We start prep week tomorrow. So if you're sitting on the fence, thinking about it, don't hesitate, jump on board. The registration will be closed tomorrow, and I will not be doing a December clean eating program. I will jump back in January. But in case you don't know about the program, it's 4 weeks of meals and recipes that are not processed, gluten, dairy, sugar-free, so that they are all non-processed food. They are delicious. The way I design the meal plan is a certain amount of calories I am aware of. You guys do not have to look at any of these details. I make sure there's all the micronutrients are in there that are balanced, and loads of, even though it's dairy-free, there's loads of calcium, 800, 900, 1,000 milligrams, depending on the day within the plan. And it's really geared up to stop cravings. So I've balanced it in a way that you have a certain amount of carbs, fat, and proteins so that the cravings go away at nighttime, so that you're not eating empty calorie foods at nighttime, which lead to so many issues with your health, whether it's not sleeping well, whether it's putting you into estrogen dominance, which is how contributing to inflammation, or weight gain. So that is a little bit about it. There's recipes, and there's the best part of all, there is a supportive group, a private Facebook group, that we are there for accountability. We're there to share your wins and your struggles, and I provide health information there daily, so you can ask questions throughout the month in that private Facebook group. So take care. I will put the link below this video in case you're interested in registering. And if you've done the program before, you will always get a discounted registration, even if it's been months since you did the program. So take care, have a lovely evening, and I hope you enjoy those tips. Take care.